All right, welcome back. 8:20 is your time right now. I know one of the toughest things to do when it comes to money, at least for me, balancing a checkbook and also your budget. But Money Coach here says, not so fast. Bill Stanley here with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
yes.
to have you here.
One of my big challenges is to get people to take action when they're spending too much.
Right.
So if you know anybody out there, then listen up. I got three things for you. The first thing is, if you're spending more than you make, you have two choices. You can make more or you can spend less.
Okay. That seems simple.
Right. Borrowing is not an option. I know people that max out a credit card, then they get a new one. Then they max that one out. That's not an option. If you're an adult, you can't be begging from your parents to pay the rent.
Right.
I know a 20-something couple, 3 kids, and every month they try to borrow money, or not borrow, they try and have the parents pay for the balance of the thing. So you can either make more or spend less. Making more, education is going to lead to a better job and more money. You can work more hours. You can work a second job. The spouse can work. You can sell things you don't need. Now, spending less, you have more control over this.
Right.
Let's downsize. Downsize the car. Downsize the house or the apartment. Downsize the number of times you go out to eat. Downsize dessert.
Well, I need to downsize dessert here, clearly. What are you trying to say? But I just went to a new house, and I was clearing some stuff out, and there's now some things I'm like, I don't need any of this stuff. I should probably sell it. Excuse me, like on Craigslist and everything.
Exactly.
So that's another way to make a little extra cash, right?
Money coming in and money going out. You've got to have a budget and stick to it. You got to know wants versus needs. I know people that are getting rent assistance that put down on their expenses that they pay for a car wash. That's just not right. Use envelopes. Put the cash in an envelope in a certain budget category, and when it's gone...
We talked about that before, the envelope system, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Track all your money, all your expenses, every nickel, and then add it up in categories and subtract it from how much you make. You've got to do these things. Number 2, the kids. As parents, our responsibility is to teach financial responsibility to the kids.
You've got to pass it on to the next generation.
Exactly. And if you don't have your own financial house in order, how do you expect theirs? If you don't shop with a list, your kids are not going to shop with a list. If you don't have money for an allowance, how are the kids going to learn how to manage their own money?
Right.
And if the parents are irresponsible about money, chances are the kids are going to be irresponsible.
Trickle-down effect.
I'm trying to get people to take action here. So if they can't manage their money better for their own sake, they ought to do it for their kids' sake.
Now, what about retirement? Do you say 35 is the year to start?
Right. Number 3 is you got to start saving for retirement. And once you hit 30s, 35, you got to start saving for retirement. And you think of it this way: for every day you work now, you have to pay for that day and for some day in the distant future when you won't have a full budget. And you got to, if you can't balance your budget now, you're setting the stage for a very disappointing year, retirement years kind of thing.
Exactly.
So my point is, let one of these points maybe will motivate somebody out there to change their habits, because if you continue to do the same thing time and time again expecting different results, that's really the definition of insanity.
It sure is.
You've got to change, and change is difficult, but it's not impossible. What you have to do is do it. And I'm a money coach. I can coach, but the person has to actually do it.
Absolutely. We're out of time, unfortunately, Bill, but you can get more information here. MoneyCoachBill.org. He'll have all the answers there for you. And again, like you said, you're just trying to coach him along, but it's got to come from within.
Exactly.
Very good. All right, good to see you, Bill.
Okay.
Thanks for being here. All right, let's go outside right now and see what's happening here on your Tuesday morning. Now we're in the happy hour phase of our show, and the Foxy Moms all ready to kick back and enjoy what we have to offer. Yeah, all sorts of good stuff. We've already had